Hello, Rob Bergeron here. All right, this is the video. I'm finally laying out the meat and potatoes of Winner Realty and what we offer, what we bring. I'm very proud of this. I've been an agent for 12 years. I've had great systems, great support. I'm really excited to talk about it. First, Winner Realty. How do we get the name? Well, Winner Realty, I thought it was just so funny if the sign said winner. And then every agent could say, looks like a winner. And I was like, whoa, wouldn't it be funny? Because people maybe would take pictures in front of our sign if they get the house under contract because it says winner. And I was like, wow, that's hilarious. And then that's how we got Winner Realty. But it was built because I was at some great brokerages and I learned some really cool stuff. And, you know, I pioneered my pricing models based on the brokerages that I sat at. It seemed to make sense to me, but then there's some cracks, some stuff that didn't make sense to me, and I kind of filled in the gaps. Let's just talk about pricing structure because I think people really care about that. So we have two options, bing bang. One, $595 a month, a $295 transaction fee, a $100 onboarding fee, 25% referral fee for any buyer leads and listing leads. And that's it. No cap, whatever. So you pay $7,140 a year. Now you could pay that monthly. You could pay it when you get paid a big check. You can say, here's my whole year. Here's the next 3 months, next 6 months, whatever. We're flexible because that's what this is all about, right? So are you all. Okay, so that's one model, and that's the most efficient model. I like that one because I can project revenue, whatever, pay everybody out. Well, the other model, it's an 85-15 model. So, you would keep 85, 15. Everything else is the same as the other model. Just $100 a month instead of $595 a month. And that just basically covers most of your tech. Okay, so that's the pricing. Why is this cool? And then after you hit 10 deals on that 85-15, you've got to move over to the other one because you're saving so much money. Like, you don't need to pay that much. When I was at a big box brokerage, I was paying like 3 or 4 times what you pay at Winner Realty. Well, Rob, what do I get when I'm at Winner Realty? A lot of things. Rob's Brain, which is an AI to help you handle objections. A lot of things. We'll talk about it more. But you get dotloop premium. I know most of you are familiar with that one. It's just kind of uniform. But you get Colleen's version of dotloop. Colleen has been my contract to close coordinator for 7 years, handling half my business. And so Colleen runs operations and contract to close and compliance. And so she kind of makes it simple for herself because why not be efficient, right? So there's very few places on the contracts that you even fill in because everything is pretty uniform across all these other deals. So Colleen's great, running the back end. You onboard with Colleen. You onboard with David. Who's David? David is the AI guru behind Winner Realty's CRM. It's called Elevate Connections. And that allows you to plan all your social media, infinite follow-up. You can text, call, whatever. It's incredible. And I was using it at a time and I was texting 200 expired and for sale by owners every single hour, like 9 to 5. And just throwing listing appointments to Lisa. So, I mean, there's just like a ton of cool things. But David onboards you as well, and you get set up in your CRM. And all that stuff's being automated. It's really cool. So you get the best AI in the business. It's better than anything any of the big box brokerages can offer. But another really big thing that people really like is leads, right? So I own this off-market website called OffMarket.deals. And we get plenty of buyers looking to touch our off-market deals. But they have to log in and they consent to being marketed to by me, Winner Realty, and my friends. So those leads get dropped into our agents and they can follow up with all those buyers and say, yo, let me plug you into our infrastructure, get you set up on drips. And then now you have a new client. And you just claim them in the pond. And our pond is full of leads. But you know what leads are good too? Sellers. Well, we've got some of the best leads in the game. There's this thing, we call them pre-violations. So our agents get leads 7 to 10 days before all other agents, wholesalers, whatever. What a competitive advantage. They call it the first mover advantage. And our agents have that. So every day, our agents have an opportunity to earn with buyers and sellers Yeah, infinitely. But also, we recruit at Winner Realty. So we have two different recruitment payment structures. One, if you recruit an agent and they join, and you're on the $595, we can waive your $595, so you pay us $0 that month. Or we can cut you a check for $500. Well, we have a list of every agent and broker in the state of Kentucky that our agents could call down and be like, hey, is your brokerage doing all this stuff? Well, maybe you should talk to Rob and join Winner Realty. Every day you can do that, a way to earn or cover your expenses. And we love it because we love growth and we want to serve people with all these great tools and resources. And we really have a heart for serving people. It's like not exaggerated. It's baked into our DNA. We support Hand in Hand. 1% of all of our net profits goes to Hand in Hand. Well, what is Hand in Hand? Hand in Hand, Harry Borders got me involved with this. I've been a part of 5 builds, been to Belize 3 times to build houses. But it's basically like puts families in homes. And so 1% of all of our net profits goes to Hand in Hand. So their logo's on our signs, like we support them. We want to work with anyone who works with them because we all share that same vision to put families in homes. And we're selling homes and whatever, and just like any other agent, but when you work with us, you're supporting those families that don't have homes. I know in Belize it's about $10,000 a house. So our goal is to be able to provide one house every single month in perpetuity forever, whether I'm alive or not. That's the goal. That's the company vision. It's baked into our DNA. And so imagine if you're an agent and you're recruiting against another agent from a big box brokerage. Well, if all things were the same, and they're not, they'd probably pick you because you've got the altruism. And our agents can match those. And Hand in Hand is going to be working to be giving us buyers and sellers in their network because they want the support too. So our agents get to work those leads, those buyers and sellers. We really built this in mind for agents. So we have the best data in the game with my nerds. We've got, sellers, right? Great, motivated sellers. We've got motivated buyers. We've got off-market deals. You can get them set up on commercial drips, residential drips. Plug them into our great people. Now, how can our agents get paid? Well, I feel like, I was a buyer's agent when I started, and it's like walking around with my hand behind my back because I could only help buyers and I couldn't do listings. I feel like all the brokerages are like tying their hands behind your backs. I just do, because they don't teach you how to do assignments and create that solution for sellers. They don't teach you how to do short sales. They don't teach you how to do novations. They don't teach you how to do land contracts. They don't teach you how to do lease options. But you know who does? Winner Realty does, because we have guides that we made for all of those things. You have access to those guides. You can read them. You have Borders and Borders contracts for all of those things. So you're supported by the best contracts in the game and legal minds in the game. They're great. Harry, Margot, John, all those guys, Jenny, the best. We're so fortunate to have them in our great market. Anyway, and all that stuff's in Rob's brain. But not only that, like the smartest other people in the business that know how to do those things, their stuff's in there. So when you talk to Rob's brain, you can call it, you can text it and say, Rob, I just read this guide on assignments. Like, I'm going to go on a 45-minute walk. I want to know how to do it and start calling sellers right away. You would be able to do it. And Rob's brain is there, and I'm monitoring it. The broker's going to be monitoring it. So we can make sure the right answers are going out to you all. And if it's not right, I'll tell you and we'll correct it so it's right for the next people. So we're letting our wholesalers, like some of the brightest minds in the game, use Rob's brain to refine it so it's easier for all the agents at Winner Realty. Guys, this is built, the whole ecosystem is here to serve you all. So you can make money those ways, right? Being an agent, assignments, lease option, land contract, short sales, seller financing, a lot of those things. But also at Winner Realty, you can make money referring commercial lending. You can make money referring property management. And we even have a way legally that you can refer residential lending as well at no extra cost to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's and you can get paid to recruit agents. So every day, I'm trying to create more ways to make money. The economy's moving to a gig economy, and it's just not, it can't be normal to wait 30, 45 days to get paid. You have to have all these other ways, supplements, whatever, income, right? So we want to give you those options. We have a tool that allows agents to pay other agents to put out lockboxes, signs, take video walkthroughs that wholesalers can use, whatever. Same with notarization. We want everyone to be serving within our ecosystem. That's the game, guys, because we want to go farther with you all. I want an army of agents and wholesalers, just people that can serve these needs. We use, I own a data company, right? So let's say, let's see, who was it? Yum Brands, right? They left and they went to Texas. Well, now we can pull data of everybody who works for corporate at Yum Brands and be like, hey, do you want to sell your house? I hear you guys are leaving. Oh, do you need an agent in Texas? Because I can hook you up with my guy that I got over there, right? So we're blue ocean with our leads, guys. It's like our brain. We just want to empower you guys to make money. And we want to serve families and do, because I like waking up when I work hard. I know I'm not just working for myself. I'm working for putting families in homes. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff. I'm really proud of what we put together. I've got a great onboarding guide. I wrote a 63-page book called The Gauntlet. What is The Gauntlet? The Gauntlet is a book that I wrote of 20 things that I've done in my career that are repeatable, scalable, and free. So it's just effort-based, all of it. And some of these things I do to this day, 3 or 4 things every single time. But I teach you how to do it. There's only one thing in there that costs $50, and it's incredible. Read it. It's only $50. But I give that to all my Winner Realty agents so they can hit the ground running. How to work those leads with all those guys. How I created my sphere, built my buyers list, how I created my morning email, all that stuff. It's all in there. I teach you how to do it. I'm just really proud, and as you can tell, I'm very excited about this. And when people take meetings, they say, what you built is special, Rob. That's really cool. I can tell that you're crafting this for other people. I'm not trying to get rich off of anyone. I'm trying to make a little money here and there off a lot of things, and I think that's the right way to do it. And I just want to empower, because you might find I'm not really good at this, but I'm really good at this. So maybe if you don't sell as much, but you're a bureaucrat in the real estate community. Well, it might be really easy for you to recruit, and that might be the way you make money. Maybe real estate is just secondary. I don't know. But at Winner Realty, that's an option. So anyway, I want to take calls. I want to take walks. I want to get cheeseburgers. I want to tell you about all these things. I want you to meet the team. I want you to play with Rob's brain. I want to just empower you to be successful. And I bet you feel it. If you're watching this late, you're feeling it. Just hit me up. Don't be a stranger. Be a winner. The puns are great. We have weekly meetings. We're very supportive. We're kind. We're empowered. Everything is mapped out. Even how people leave is mapped out because we just want everything to be parsimonious and, we just transparent. That's what this industry needs. And a lot of these companies are changing. The world's changing. How everything works change. Venture capitalists are coming into big box brokerages, and they're going to be trying to squeeze more money and more data out of those agents. I'm over here just trying to empower. Be a part of it, because you might make money in a completely different way, because I'm probably going to have an energy component eventually. It's hey, do you want to try to sell this? Oh, hey, I've got this cool thing. Do you want to try doing that? That's what I do every day. Anyway, I'd love for you to be a part of it. Talk to our agents who are great and having a great time. Don't be a stranger. All right. Thank you for watching. Be a winner. All right. See ya. Bye.